Hello everyone, and welcome to my tutorial on how to make a Halo 3 machinima. This tutorial will come in several parts. In this part, we will go over the hardware and software that you will need, what games to use for your machinima, and some legal issues over music. So without further delay, let's begin. A common question about making machinimas is, can I make a machinima without spending money? The answer is no. Although there are sites that will allow you to put files on your file share and download the video to your hard drive, this is a time-wasting alternative. It is almost impossible to edit the videos to make them come out the way you want them to. Now, if you're serious about making machinimas, then you should go out and buy a capture device rather than spend hours on the internet looking for a way to make machinima that is also free. And when I say capture device, I do not mean getting your camcorder, pointing it at the TV, filming the footage on the TV screen, and calling it a machinima. The quality is bad, and the TV screen shows up like a big bowl. No, when I say capture device, I mean something that actually records the screen through the output RCA ports on your 360. There are three types of hardware that I know of that can do this: an internal capture card, an external capture card, or a camcorder that has the red, white, and yellow RCA ports. External capture cards can cost anywhere from $30 to $400 depending on what you want. Many people, like me, are afraid to open up their computers because we are afraid of breaking something. So I use the Pinnacle Movie Box Ultimate, which cost me about $120. When recording, I recommend using the software that came with the capture device you bought. This is because it is guaranteed to work with the capture card. Editing is another matter. There is a massive collection of editing softwares that you can use. Some are free and some aren't. For example, Windows Movie Maker is free for all Windows users, but it also means that the control you have over editing is limited. Pinnacle Studio 11, the software I use to capture my footage, would normally cost around $100 on the market, but it still gives me limited freedom over what's being edited. So when I edit, I use a software called Sony Vegas Pro 8. It gives the user a lot of control over the editing, while it still makes the editing easy enough for anyone that tries. Finally, Adobe After Effects gives the user the freedom of total control over what's being edited. I wouldn't recommend this for anyone but users who are familiar to other softwares mentioned. For more information on your editing software, I'm sure a quick Google or YouTube search will answer your question. If not, email me at freewaymachinima@gmail.com and I'll do my best to answer your question. Now let's get back to the tutorial. On the 360, there are thousands of video games, but only a few are suitable for machinimas. Of them all, I think Halo 3 is still the best, because Bungie, while designing Halo 3, probably had machinimas in mind because of the theater mode available for users. The worst choice possible would be choosing a third-person game like Gears of War or Army of Two. The only exception would be Grand Theft Auto 4 because you can zoom in, cut off the gun parts in the footage easily, and then stretch it, similar like you would do in Halo 2. Again, to find out how, simply Google it and I'm sure you'll find your answer. PC games are different because they allow you to detach the camera and film the footage, but if you're using a console like the Xbox 360, then stick with Halo 3. Until recently, machinima directors probably used OSTs from major films or video games, but it seems as if copyright issues have become a big deal to the copyright owners, so directors have been forced to find alternatives for music. Most people probably find copyright-free music. A quick YouTube search will tell you what I mean. Another way is to purchase royalty-free music, which you can purchase at a relatively low price. Then you can use the track as you please, as long as you're not making a profit from it. But to be safe, read through the terms of use on the site before purchasing any tracks. For a list of websites that give you free background music that you can use legally on YouTube or VO or anything like that, go to my blog at freewaymachinima.blogspot.com and check the blog written on January 10th. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems as if we have run out of time. But stay tuned for my next installment on this tutorial, which will cover writing a script, recording your audio, editing your audio, and maybe briefly go over making sets on Forge. Until next time, goodbye.